We all love an underdog story, don't we? So here we are with Creed 3. What is it? 9th film in the Rocky franchise? Christ almighty. And here I am with my review for you. Is this film punching above its weight? Is it a knockout? Does it go the 12 rounds? I don't know what puns I can think of. Let's get into this review of Creed 3. So welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome to my review for Michael B. Jordan's Creed 3. Yes, Michael B. Jordan directed this film. He stepped into the director's chair for this one with a story from Ryan Coogler and a screenplay by Keenan Coogler and Zach Baylin. The third in the Creed franchise, the 9th film in the Rocky franchise. The only difference here being is that Sylvester Stallone isn't present within this film. We will talk about that a bit. So obviously this film has come out this year, not too long ago, 2023. It is a film that I was looking forward to because I like the Rocky films and I enjoyed the Creed films. This film was rated 12A and has a runtime of 1 hour and 56 minutes, just shy of that 2-hour mark. Obviously, it sees Michael B. Jordan returning in the role of Adonis Creed, Tessa Thompson as his wife Bianca Creed, and Jonathan Majors this time around, fresh off his stint in Quantumania. Although Quantumania came out after this came out. I don't know what I'm saying there. But Jonathan Majors as the bad guy, Damien Anderson. I say the bad guy. The person he goes up against, essentially. And this film here delves into a bit of the backstory of Adonis himself. It starts off with a time when he was younger, early 2000s, 2002. Him and Damien. Damien's this up-and-coming fighter at that point, very good in the ring. Some stuff goes down. We jump forward. Adonis himself has now retired from boxing. He's done what he's had to do, and he's got his own gym. He's helping out there. He's working on the new boxers that are coming up, and Damien comes back into his life. Damien, his old friend, a friend from years before, he doesn't recognise at first, who's fresh out of prison, and he wants the opportunity to get in the ring. He wants an opportunity to go for that title, for the title bout. And this leads eventually to a showdown between him and Adonis themselves. So I'm not going to get too much into the story or the plot elements or anything like that. Let's talk about the film itself. So obviously the big thing is that Sylvester Stallone hasn't returned in this film. And there's been a lot of fanfare about that, a lot of hoo-ha about it on the internet. Stallone himself, forget all that stuff. It is a shame because I like Sylvester Stallone, but the narrative for this film, he's not really required in it. It makes sense for him not to be here, although I would like to see an end to his character, by which I mean I wouldn't mind seeing him laid to rest, so to speak, so we actually see closure on that character in that sense. It would be nice because his character is getting on and that sort of thing, so it would work, but that's an aside. This film is solely about Adonis and obviously Jonathan Majors is Damien and what goes on there. The film's got a strong story to tell. It's got a great story to tell. The fight that goes on between these two within the film, the struggles, all harks back to their younger childhood. And it's not so much about them in the ring, it's about them having to clear what has gone on in their younger days and standing up to things that they've gone through, things that they've done in the past, what they feel that they've done or not done for one another, and all this sort of a thing. The film flows pretty well, I'll give it that. It is very strong with its story, and it's got some great acting in it. It's nice to see another life of Adonis, the stuff with Tessa Thompson's Bianca and his daughter Amara, obviously a young girl who's hard of hearing, and the troubles that he's having with her in school and things like that, because she goes to a specialist school for hearing impaired children, and all this stuff is very good. I had problems with elements of the film. There was certain imagery in the film I didn't like. There's stuff in the fight at the end where it steps away from being a boxing match and it turns into something else. It's still them fighting in the ring, but you get also a metaphorical imagery of steel bars coming down, which is reflective of what's gone on in the past with the character of Damien, and everyone sort of it turns to a crowd of mist as opposed to people there, and like I said, it's playing on metaphors and this sort of a thing, and that sort of stuff kind of took me out of the film and took me out of the match at the end of the film. I didn't particularly like that element of it. Now, the music within the film, the music is great, the music is grand, and I'm talking about the orchestral music within the film, but the film itself still uses other songs that I don't particularly like, sort of music that I'm not interested in anyway, which is sort of, I don't know if it would be gangster rap or something like that, because I'm not big on that sort of thing. All I know that these songs are using profanity, are using words that I certainly wouldn't be allowed to say in today's society, and that sort of stuff I didn't like. It's a 12A, but yet you've got songs in there using F-bombs. You've got songs in there using the N-word, and I don't think that's required. I don't think that's required in music. That doesn't make good songs. That doesn't make good music. So that stuff did kind of annoy me. That being said, it was an enjoyable film. Michael B. Jordan is very strong in the film. He's a strong director, and it's funny because Stallone obviously directed some of the Rocky films, and now Michael B. Jordan stepped into that role here to be director for this film, and that's good in itself. Now, Jonathan Majors, he gives a really strong performance in this film. He's got certain character, there's little things in his character, little things that he does that I really liked, facial gestures, all this sort of stuff going on, nuances that I was picking up on as the film was going on, and I thought he was very strong within his role in the film. Tessa Thompson gives a good performance. Everyone does. It's a well-directed, well-crafted movie, but with some elements that just kind of took me out and I didn't really enjoy for the reasons that I've gone into. But there we go. That's pretty much my talk about this film. Certainly a film I will get day one, 4K, steelbook, that sort of a thing. It's a worthy addition to the Rocky and Creed franchise. Yeah, enjoyable. Have you seen this film? Do you like it? Didn't you like it? Do you not like the Creed franchise? Do you like the Creed franchise? Or are you someone who stopped with the Rockies themselves? Or is this a film you're not interested in because Stallone has no involvement in it whatsoever, other than having his name as a producer on board? Let me know in the comments down below. And I shall see you later.